I mean, just through singing a duet with Taylor Swift in front of a stadium full of fans, performing the Queen on her 92nd birthday,
Yeah.
carpool karaoke with James Corden, having your song be the anthem of Portugal's World Cup team.
Dude, I think that's one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah.
Because I played soccer for 7 years when I was a kid, and my idol, my hero is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah. Had a good game the other day.
Oh my God, best game ever.
It was amazing.
And I'm a serious
I can
Portugal
tell.
fan.
Yeah, I can tell.
So when that was just so insane to me, to be able to sing the anthem for the team. I wish you could come see a show in Portugal. It's like no other. The level is so loud of the amount that people are screaming and singing the words that it almost overtakes the PA of the sound system that I'm singing through.
How does that feel?
It's great. I mean, it's intense, but it's awesome. It's just, Portugal goes hard.
Do you feel like are there still people who are able to ground you, like when you see your old friends from Pickering? Are they able to talk to you as Shawn, who they played hockey with, or Shawn, who they hung out with?
My friends couldn't care less if any of this was going on or if it was, I think that's the thing.
Because people change, man.
Yeah.
People change around you. People you've known for a million years, family members can change too, right?
It's funny, everybody thinks about celebrities like they're the only people who are changing.
Yeah.
Imagine all the people around a celebrity as they become famous start to change the way they treat them,
Yeah, I went to a book signing. I was at Chapters one time down in Richmond, and I heard all the screaming happening. And it was Justin Bieber's mom was doing it, and I thought, she didn't ask for any of this. She's just a person, She's just,
It's a funny thing, but I think in life you change regardless of if you're famous or whatever you do for a living. You get a new job, you move to a new place, you meet somebody new, and you're changing. But it's just not put under the limelight like how it is celebrities. So changing is just a very vague term,
Well, speaking of changing, this record is being seen as a change for you. It's being written about as a more quote unquote grown up record. Does it feel that way for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one thing that's funny is, as an artist, you make a record. It takes you 6 months, a year, maybe longer sometimes.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if I made that record in October, fast forward 6 months, maybe even a year and a half, that first song that I wrote in October, I was literally a different person. And then I wrote that in October. 6 months and a year before that is when I released my album before that. So everybody thinks of me from how I was writing music 2 years ago.
Right.
So as everybody's saying it's grown up and mature, like that, for me, it's just me, and I'm already now 6 months ahead of where this record is. So I think it's just like actually a genuine representation of where I am.
Where are you now then? If you're 6 months after even this record?
I think musically, like I'm just learning so much. Like I've just started really getting into like older rock and not even older rock, just like things a few years before me that I like the older rock, the Killers, like for instance, that I didn't understand how incredible they were until like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. You ever see them?
Yeah, I got to see them live at Lollapalooza. Dude, it was insane.
Yeah, I saw them at the Skydome a while ago.
Blew my mind, and it's just like being able to like learn about new music that you had no idea about. Making my last 3 albums, and now I've discovered this new act who I'm so inspired by, is now an entire new reason to make another album.
Are you confident that you can take people with you, people who have been fans of you since you were on Vine, people who know, they know Stitches, they know these songs?
Yeah, because
that you can push it a little bit?
A lot of making music is, a lot of artists like to say make music for you first and foremost, which I agree with. But for me, it's a little different. I make music for me first and foremost, but I also really love making music for people. Like I love writing a song and watching somebody else really enjoy it, Right. So 50% of it is for me. Do I love it? And then 50% of it is, will they love it? Yeah. And so, as long as I think I'm hopefully staying conscious of that. Yeah.
But of that 50%, will they love it? Is there any
doubt that they will love it?
Well, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, of course. You have no idea if they're gonna love it. You just hope, and then that's why I've been so blown away by the reaction of this album, because I took a chance and I broke through in a couple of genres and did a little more R&B, did a little bit more, rock, and people connected with it. They could have easily not connected with it,
Well, it's kind of your Bad Liar record. I mean, I remember when Selena Gomez put out Bad Liar, all of a sudden people who weren't necessarily tuned into her before You know, a lot of maybe older rock folks and older indie folks were, you know, all of a sudden she was cool and she was one of them. It feels like people are talking about this record. It seems like a new audience for you too.
It is. A lot of older dudes will come up to me on the streets and be like, "I love Lost in Japan," and that's a really cool feeling for me, you know.
Yeah, these grizzled old Guns N' Roses.
A guy comes up with a beard, and he has a real beard, and he says he likes the music, and that's very cool because now I've.
You talk about me right now. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what's going on?
If you can break, you know, like age or anything. If somebody who's 12 and somebody who's 55, not saying you look 55.
Thank you. I appreciate
loves
that.
the music, then it's awesome.
I'm actually 54. So
I'm
not too upset about it. But do you feel any pressure? Do you feel any pressure to follow this stuff up?
To follow it up, yeah.
Follow up the success you've already had.
And I think most artists put more pressure on themselves than anybody else.
What does that look like? What does that feel like? That pressure.
It's just it's just a nonstop internal battle with yourself. The pressure. One thing that I always think about is pressure creates diamonds, and so without that pressure, I think the care wouldn't be there to make work that you really think is incredible, and then the success wouldn't be there. So that pressure ultimately creates the success.
There's a great old Billy Joe Shaver's a great country singer. He has a great song called "I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm going to be a diamond someday."
There you go.
There you go.